You was on your own when you dropped out of that thing.
Well, Adam hadn't heard about how the first time you had to jump. Tell him.
Well, that's it. That's it. It was in December the 21st, 1941. That's been a long time ago, hasn't it?
I told him you jumped. Didn't you say you jumped out of the belly of the plane and it was pitch dark?
Yeah. It's about 7 or 8 o'clock. And on top of that, we had about a 20 or 30 mile wind. It drug me for, I don't know how long. Took all the skin off my hands and all. You know, you couldn't, that parachute just drug you along that wind, and it finally collapsed, and I stepped on it, unbuckled it.
He said there was a guy that was a Catholic boy that was up there with him, and he wanted to pray. You know, before they jumped out, and he told him, he said, "Go ahead and jump. We'll pray on the way down."
Jake, that's a distinguished flying cross. Now, I got the ribbon.
How'd you get it?
They give you that every 15 missions.
15.
I got 50 missions, and they gave me that. And you see, 15, they give you a flying cross. The next 15, they give you a bronze. Yeah, it is on there. It needs cleaning. If you could find some, see, a bronze star. And this, so that's a distinguished flying cross with 2 bronze stars. That's equal to 3 distinguished flying crosses.
So you flew 50 missions?
50 missions. And this is your air medal. And I got 7 of those. I got a silver one and 2 bronze stars.
Like you said.
That's it right there. This is a distinguished flying cross. See, 2 bronze stars. This is one of them supposed to be silver. You can see it on that one. These just like give you both of them. And this is supposed to be silver. And the silver one represent 5, and the other be 2 more. Got 7 in all.
7 distinguished flying cross?
No.
Or 7 air medals. And what did you get an air medal? That was for?
That's for every 5
every 5
missions.
missions.
Air medal.
Air medal. And every
15 they give you a distinguished
flying cross.
And you see I had 50 of both air medals, which would be
I see, 10 air medals and
right at the last they raised that you hadn't had more than. Anyway, I got 7 out of the 50.
Oh. Huh.
And you got to go home like after that? Like
They give us a 30-day furlough back home, and the pilot is about 50 crews, and they couldn't send about 25. My pilot, about the 3rd time, he drew, number 2 or 3 or 4, so we got to come home, stayed for 30 days, and we'd always going back, and I went in out at Hamilton Field, California, about midnight tonight. Excuse me. I returned, and I told our reporter, and he said, "Sergeant, how would you like to stay in the States?" I said, "What?" He said, "How would you like to stay in the States?" I said, "What you talking about?" That was in 45.
So you'd already been in there 2 years or so? Or?
I've been in 52 months.
But at the time that he told you could stay stateside, how long had you been in?
Well, from 41
to 45. Okay, so it was almost
that
at
wasn't
the
45. That was 44.
Yeah. So you'd already been in there
came
3.
Home about September 44 and stayed 30 days, and went back, and I got reassigned to the ferry command down at Long Beach. We were stationed right there where they made those B-24s and things, and delivered them new ones to them. Went to England and Australia twice.
Huh.
South America, Africa, we, you know, that was a good deal.
What?
Everybody in there was left that ferry command. You know, we did that in the spring of '45. Went from Long Beach, California to Wilmington, Delaware, and there was a radio operator in a hospital plane going from Delaware to Paris, France, and they pick up 26 little patients and bring them back to Roosevelt Field, New York.
Huh.
So what kind of plane did you actually were on? Were you on?
B-25
B-25.
in the war.
Is that what you jumped out of?
No, it was an English plane,
Oh.
same as a B-24, but I like it, but it wasn't. It was English crew and everything. See, they were over here when the war started. I guess the United States had to keep them for a while. We didn't have anything then.
Oh.
But, our outfit didn't
Have any bombers like
no,
that?
I had one or two old B-18s, old,
Huh.
20, 30-year-old. Wouldn't go about 120.
Well, what was the problem? Why did you have to jump? Was it landing gear, didn't you say?
No, we come in at night, and this Muir Dry Lake bed where Edwards Air Force Base is, it was it's on the map, you know, Muir big dry lake bed in California, about 90 miles from Los Angeles, out there in the Mojave Desert. It was just a lake bed, and they didn't have any lights, and they come in, knocked the landing gear off.
Oh, when he tried to land? So then you had to go
First
back up?
time, yeah. It was 8 of us in the back, you know, and we knew something was wrong for George, the man, something, he hit that ground. And when he did, he went back up, and a couple of 3 minutes, they come back there and told us we had to bail out. It was 8 of us back there.
Who was the first one to go?
I don't know about it.
It wasn't you, though, huh?
But this old boy was a Catholic, you know, and they kept saying, let's go, and he stopped and kneeled down, and I was right behind. I stepped over, and the next day I saw him, I said, boy, couldn't you walk and pray? I said, if I had to stop and kneel down, I said, he took me, I went to his church several times.
Well, didn't you say that, like 2 Mexicans picked you up the next day and
No, that night.
that night, you know?
They picked me up and took me back to the gate there into the field.
And that time he didn't know if any of the others made it alive or
No,
not.
we didn't see each other till the next morning.
Huh.
They didn't tell you anything where you were. And see, there was blackout. You could hear cars going, and you walked, I guess, it was a couple of hours, got on the highway, and the blackout, the cars all just had real dim lights. But 2 of them stopped, took me back to the gate there.
Did you know about it, Aunt Agnes? Did he write you and tell you about it?
Then
I didn't know until we got home.
Oh, really? Oh.
now these is I'm gonna get in. This is the awards right there, but you need to make a copy of it. Maybe you could match them up. I don't know, like Asia and the Pacific and South America, you know, Africa. All of these represent area. This is a good conduct
Oh,
medal.
there's a legend that goes with
Here's
the...
a good conduct medal right there. That's
Now, what do you do for a good conduct medal?
all you
Just
most everybody
don't mess
does.
up?
Yeah, that's right. But if you take this, if you want to, and get your mama to make you a copy, and just bring that. This is my disc chart, and it's got what those things, what the awards are got.
That's your.
This chart gives it.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I guess it's for static.
You got the discharge when the war was over? You were there the whole, or
No, no, we went, like I said, we went to New Jersey, Delaware, and flew boys back from, I was radio operator on the hospital
From Paris.
plane, and the night they dropped an atomic bomb, I believe August the 6th of 45, we was going to the airplane to go over, and we went over and come back, and the night the war ended, we was between the Bermuda Islands and the Azores. You know, the Azores right in like the central middle of the Atlantic. And we went in there and went on, picked up a crew patients and come back, and that's when I got my discharge in September sometime.
huh?
Which one's the original? Is this the original?
No, I guess this is, isn't it?
Yes. I read it.
Here it is on shore.
Decorations and citations: AP Service Ribbon and 2 Bronze Service Stars, Good Conduct Medal, American Defense Service Ribbon, Distinguished Flying Cross, and 2 Bronze Oak Leaf Clusters.
See, that's the
Oh, that's the
Distinguished Flying Cross, and this is bronze, and that's should be silver. It's gold,
yeah.
and there's an air medal, a silver one, and two, one.
Well, there's
Well, there's
There's
one
one
for.
oh, I dropped it.
Anyway,
Yeah. Huh.
that's the air medal, and this is the thing, and that's probably one of those areas I was in.
And that says it on that paper over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought maybe he could take it, copy
Yeah.
it, see he could maybe match them up so you can get.
Well, there's the president of Entergy, when I worked there, was a collector and a study of World War I and World War II.
Yeah.
And he would go to a lot of these shows, trade where people go and all that kind of stuff. And he has restored a lot of things. And I thought I would ask him who restores that kind of thing, you know, and does it.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I told him that you said you were in, did you say you were in Tucson when the war broke out? And
That's
thought
what
y'all were?
See, I enlisted in 41 in June, and I could go to Barksdale or Tucson. They was building the base in Tucson, and I picked that. And you know, it was hot. Got there the 4th day of July.
Oh my goodness.
Never will forget it. Brenda's a big old thermometer at the depot, you know, and that thing had about 108 degrees. That's about everything, you know.
I told him you said that y'all got paid $21 a month, and
That's right.
and you thought you were going to the bullfights that weekend, but it got canceled.
See, here's that should be 25. I was trying to find.
You wanna look at it? It's showing him.
right there.
And then
I think it is, isn't it? Has he ever looked that he could take them home? Didn't he take them home?
You
huh?
gave us a box of pictures one time. Go look. He shows where he's in the South Pacific. It's interesting.
That's just
I've looked at those before.
boats that those natives had. I'm trying to find some native. See it? Native there.
Oops, you got it.
It wasn't no cloth. It was right in the middle of that war. They was bombing us.
oh, there goes cookies. You know, they have a reunion every year, but we never have bands go on.
Oh, really? Do they have it at a central place or just a different place
They had
every
it in
year?
California one year, and last year they had in Las Vegas when it was.
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 of the men wrote and, told us.
Try to get you to come?
Let your mama see that.
Woo, Adam.
There's one of our planes got shot down is right on the equator, and we followed it into the water, and this seaplane picked them up. They all got out of it. See, that's coconut trees, and they just lived in coconut huts. And
Was that in the South Pacific? Is that where that?
Central Pacific.
Central Pacific.
One of those red things. It doesn't have any.
Yeah, native gals, it wasn't long before those girls got on, had t-shirts on.
Oh, really? The military kind of?
It wasn't nothing but huts, you know. The
Yeah.
Catholic had a church and one on the building on
What was the government there? Who was the
and the British owned it.
The British on them?
Give that to you, Bob. I went to see old boy David Jones lived in North Carolina, and he was a mama's baby. And when he found out I was coming home, he just begged me. He said, "Go by to see my mama." See, that was North Carolina. Of course, Agnes was in Richmond. I told him I would, and I went by to spent one night with him.
Oh.
I was trying to find some targets for him.
One of those red things. What are these? What's that, Bob?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now that's a little town, you know, before we bought it. That
Before?
just before the
Well,
Japs held it. They
would-
took it.
Would they give you charts and pictures before of your bombing mission, whatever your mission? How did you know?
This old boy in photography, he's the one who gave me all of these pictures.
Oh, the pictures.
so where we all
Jacob, that's, see that right there, that's bombs going off. They missed that pier that goes out.
They were trying to get the pier.
Yeah, and that's a bomb.
They had to go back through and try to do it.
Oh, no,
You only got one chance.
one chance and you went back.
Well, what are these?
Now, there's the ones that got shot down, that's a live raft. See it right there?
What is these?
That's propaganda. You drop them out, just throw them out over the island.
Our propaganda?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. It looked Chinese-like or something.
no, that was Japanese. On the back, what did it say?
Says, where was the Imperial Navy?
That's Japanese there, you see. I put,
Did y'all drop a whole bunch of them?
oh yeah, big bunch.
Where was the
Just
Imperial
floated
Navy?
out. You don't know how many got down.
Oh, like they found them?
No, the Japs that were on that island, you hope they picked them up.
And looked at them, read
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
These are so old.
Well, then,
So it says, where was the Imperial Navy?
No,
Something. What is that?
You-
Yeah, this was too.
what that word is. Now,
Choice H-O-I-S-E-N-D.
what that is.
let me see, Joe.
There's one.
See, that's a low level mission of it, and that's just,
Beach.
Where
Yeah,
was the
that's right.
Imperial Navy?
There's one.
I don't know. I guess meaning like, y'all didn't show up.
For them if you want them. And that's where they missed again. See, this is the island, and that's the water.
It's pretty bad. Well, they didn't have like it's like the stuff they had this time. This time.
Oh, no.
It was just like what you could think.
Did you have to go to a school? You had to go to a school to learn the radio.
Oh, yeah, that's where I was going when war broke out. Radio school.
Oh,
Taking about 10 or 12 words, but you know, you had to have that code.
was it?
Well, voice wouldn't carry 20 miles. And you get up, you had
Is that the tap?
Mhm. And you had a reel wire cable you would reel out.
You remember any of it?
No. All you had to get is AI or some of them.
SOS and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're wearing t-shirts now. Some of them.
Yeah. That was not easy. But you know, they said that they were the most peaceful people in the world. We never, all the time we lived, we never heard any fights and they would live in huts right below us there, pass through in the evening going over to another camp or settlement.
They didn't have any worries, I guess.
And I read that in a magazine not too long ago where they dumped we dumped all of this chemical, you know, what do you call it, nuclear waste and
Oh yeah.
all of that stuff. They paid the Marshall Island, I don't know, I guess the British still, I don't know, so many $1 million a year, but the people dying with cancer.
That's where they
Oh.
dumped it.
So it's a shame the most peaceful
Huh.
people in the world that did that. But we bought that for dumping ground.
Hmm. Well, you know, Jacob, Uncle Clifford had a grocery store here in town, just down on Trenton. Wasn't it on Trenton Street?
Yeah.
107th Street too.
Now that's a whole island, atoll. See, and this runway, that's an airstrip. But
What was it called?
atoll, it was the island we was on. It just had that one runway from all, you know, built. You
Yeah, it was-
landed over, come over the runway right at the edge of the water, and you take off right.
Oh. Now, did they have, did you ever have to land and come off aircraft carriers? No.
Did they have to get on those?
Oh, yeah.
Did they had them then, though.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But Jacob, I was going to tell you that Uncle Clifford, he said Uncle Clifford had a grocery store, and it was across the street from the draft office. And Uncle Clifford kept telling him not to sign up. That
Yeah.
you know his draft number was real low, and it and they could pull some strings. But he went ahead and signed up before he got drafted.
That's in Honolulu
Probably had to go in the embassy.
Street. We stayed there about 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be 25. See, that's a hut they like to live in.
Tropical Trail.
And this is the boat they outrigger. That's what the transportation.
You tell them papers.
So Bob Hope and Jack Benny came next week or two after Bob Hope.
Oh, really?
This is what tells you the rewards, you know.
Oh.
Holding ground. Some of these old boys stayed in that treach for 60 days, not have a bath or nothing else in the
Ooh.
mounds, you know. But we always slept in a cot or tent.
What is this? Like, this is just one of your medals?
No, that's what on your uniform, on the collar, you know. that's the 7th Air Force. I was in the 4th Air Force over here.
So like, you were in two different.
No, when the war broke out, you see, the 4th Air Force, I don't know which way they went. The 7th Air Force was stationed in Hawaii.
So when war broke out, and you said the pilots, they had to draw numbers?
No, when we got to come home, you see, about 50 crews had 50 missions. That's one qualified for a 30-day furlough, and they couldn't send about 25 at a time. And the pilot drew, you know,
Oh,
the
okay.
first 25.
So if you got a number over 25, you knew you weren't
Well,
coming.
Yeah, I guess that's where
Yeah.
they stopped. I don't, but that's the way they, you know, they just let you
Yeah,
They
decided
had-
who was getting to come.
do it some way they couldn't send but half of them home
Oh.
that time.
But you were saying something the other day about when war broke out, and they said who wants to go, or how did y'all get chosen to?
No, when the war broke out, then, like I said, we was in the chow line about 10:30. That's mountain time, and some old boy come along. We was going to the bullfights. Some old boy had a old car. And we was going down there after dinner, but that started, and they come out and told us, and we still going to the bullfights, but we got in the barracks. They come by and said, nobody leave the barracks, and about an hour or two later they said, everything that wasn't GI issued, you packed it up to send home.
Send home.
And that night, about 7, 8 o'clock, they come by and said, you can leave it in the morning at daybreak. So we left out there.
So you just got your assignment then. They told you.
And
So you got it.
all of them outfits at Tucson is about 4 squadrons, you know, and we all went to Muroc Dry Lake bed. That's why they said the 4th Air Force.
I see.
30-something thousand men there in one barracks, I think. It was an experiment thing for the airplane manufacturing companies.
So you like sent all your stuff home, like that you didn't need?
Yeah, you sent everything that you know, when you went in, you could wear civilian clothes off of the base, but you had to send all of that in. And the next one we pulled out,
I like.
you know, you take this and
Thank you.
you know,
That's pretty neat.
We'll
maybe
get it all
Mama can
matched
get
up.
somebody to help you.
Yeah. I bet there's a lot of information on the internet now too.
Oh, imagine.
Because we have, Jacob can go on the internet there at the house and try to research some of that and see.
I did a port on B-29s last year.
We first thing we got was that Lockheed Hudson A-29. That was a twin engine, just had a tail in the back. We patrol in it. That's what we did in patrol over the Pacific there for
This
3
break.
or 4 months, and then in the spring of '42, we went to
Is that one
North
broken?
Carolina.
Is this one
Stayed
broke?
over there about 4 months.
Did this break?
I don't know. It's one of them ribbons.
Oh.
Oh, it just came down. Well, now you came to Monroe before. I mean, you were originally from Virginia, but you moved to Monroe and met Uncle Bud
And then I went back to Virginia.
while he was in.
Yeah, I went back to, let's see, I worked in Richmond 9 years, I believe.
When he came home, did you come home?
We got married in West Point, Virginia.
Oh, really?
Where are they?
So did he propose to you before he left, or after he came back, or during?
Sure,
So just take.
How did you get from Richmond to Monroe? Your family moved?
Yeah, my family moved. My dad had worked at the paper mill, and then he did work in North Carolina, and then moved back to Virginia with Mr. What was it, Mr.
Brown?
No, who was it when Daddy
You-
went back?
On the internet, you
McDonald or
can
somebody.
probably read
Huh.
He
some
went back to
Oh.
this part of
things
Virginia.
here.
And you went back up there,
Uh,
so.
that's a good conduct. This could be Asia, Africa, or some area where I was stationed,
This was
Pacific.